There's constant movement in a bowl of leaves. Rainstorm. Rainstorm. There's constant movement in a pool of leaves.
I attended the funding workshop at Kaleidoscope, which was excellent. Yeah, all sorts of streams of information that I had no idea existed or that we could tap into as individuals.
All the people who were presenting and were talking yesterday have made things a bit more accessible, made me aware of things that arguably one knows but needs to be reminded about, and that I think this has been a brilliant learning opportunity to also mix with other artists and have an opportunity to share maybe some of the experiences, negative and positive, that we're all going through at this difficult economic time, but actually finding that there are still avenues for our work.
I attended the confidence building workshop. I think yeah, it's given me a lot more confidence to actually go out there and sell myself, I think, and make approaches for funding and projects to the council and everything, which up until now I possibly wouldn't have done.
My workshop was really vibrant. People had a lot to say. They were interested about how the technical side of how we procure things in local government. You know, the thresholds under £10,000. We don't need to have 3 quotes, but we generally like to, because we want to achieve best value for our money, for the value for money for local residents and for the council. And also how the processes that we're putting in place now increasingly allowing new people to come in and new ideas, new creative ideas to have an airing, to be funded.
Well, we've had 3 sessions today, all 45 minutes, looking at really how to avoid falling into the pitfalls of having a preconceived idea for a project. You know, when you're given a brief, you immediately try and solve the brief. Because really you should start with a clean piece of paper and say, you know, start with no preconceptions. But really, I do think that the person who wins the project will have a strong idea which can then be worked up and developed. Even the ones who don't succeed benefit from it. You know, that's a great advantage. The interaction between all the different artists that are there, the networking aspect, the learning, it's all part of it. I mean, some of the questions, you know, they've asked me is, you know, do I ask other people's opinions? And I say, you know, I'm on a project, I'll chat to the person sitting on the train, because they might come up. I don't care where the good idea comes from, I'm just out there looking for it.
I've just made a pitch. I would have liked more time to formulate my idea, but I think it was a great opportunity to be able to present under pressure, but yet in quite a relaxed environment. It was a very good experience.
For me personally, I had no idea how I would even begin to sort of step into the arena of pitching for commission work, so especially through the local council. So I would say I think there's definitely a need for everyone to learn about the process and make it more competitive and therefore more creative, so it'd be good.
This has been a real eye-opener for me. Couldn't recommend it strongly enough.
So the project, or the person that we would like at this stage to win the development fee to go forward to a guaranteed interview is Ellen Montaigne.
So what just happened this afternoon?
Well, this afternoon I came here to pitch a project, an art project, and to 3 panelists. And I pitched an idea, and surprise, surprise, I actually one. The idea is to, what I was going to do is do a series of portraits of the people in the towns and the boroughs, on the same theme of the qualities of the Olympics and the Jubilee and what they represent, the themes of responsibility, team spirit, and joy, and then focus on do portraits.
We ran this workshop today because we really wanted artists to learn more about the commissioning process and what we as local authorities are looking for when artists submit proposals. It's really important for us that the artists have the opportunity to speak to us and to councillors to understand what our priorities are and why we commission these sorts of projects. So it was a really great opportunity to not just put out a commission but actually interact with people, with artists, to tell them how their projects met our aims and objectives.
Obviously, these are difficult times for local government and for the public sector as a whole. So, but what I think today was about collaboration, and that was a word that was used loads and loads in my workshops as well. And I think by collaborating with artists or groups of artists, there is money out there, whether it's in the private sector or in the charitable sector, or even sort of European monies, that maybe by collaborating we can work together and access that money and keep the cultural, creative life going in West Kent.
Maidstone.